so nice. Hello. Hi, everyone. What's up, everyone? Bonkers, what's up? Baron, what's up? Grainy Danny, what's up, dude? Keeping it real. Hope you're doing well today, my friend. Baron, thank you so much for the tier 1. What's the keyboard I'm using now? This is the Geistmachine that I built the other day. I'm over the moon with it. I don't think it's like my absolute favorite sounding keyboard in the world, but honestly, I love the way this thing looks. It also feels pretty nice to type on. Like, I was really enjoying typing on it today. What's the camera news, Dane? Van, how you doing, man? What's the most donuts you've eaten in one sitting, bro? One time, when I feel like saying the word I was much younger makes me feel like maybe I'm extending the truth, but I'm pretty positive I ate a whole box full of Krispy Kreme one time. Honestly, though, Krispy Kreme slaps. So I'm always happy to have Krispy Kreme. I was so over the moon eating that. The best donuts, bro. The best donuts. Absolutely top tier. The best. Alex, I love my F1 so much. I really want to build one. I didn't get the opportunity to buy one, so I really hope I get to build one soon. Good morning, Aditya. How you doing? Krispy Kreme stream? I wish they'd sponsor my stream one day. Maybe one day they'll sponsor my stream. Maybe one day, but probably not anytime soon. I need to get my hair cut, guys. So I did the shave. What dropped? I don't know what dropped. I did the shave. Now the haircut comes next. Soon. We're cleaning ourselves up. I still want my 722. Oh, the 722 that's another nice one. I wish you mentioned earlier I would have sent the F1 for commission. I mean, dude, Baron, I'm happy to just build whatever you want me to build. I've built plenty of Geon boards anyways. I think I meant more I wanted to build one for me kind of thing. You know, my own personal little unit, but I hope everyone's having a good Monday, man. I feel like today was a bit of a whirlwind full of things. I also updated the Manta colorways on the website. Honestly, I did a whirlwind of stuff today, man. So, side note, I'm super peeved at DHL right now. Super peeved. I don't know where this... I mean, like, I didn't even know they were going on strike, first of all. But yeah, just this strike, I feel like, came out of nowhere. And now I have a whole bunch of packages in limbo. They're saying... The thing here is they're saying they're supposed to deliver all this stuff. But we'll see. I have no clue. I just ordered a Neo 65 CU. Do you recommend top mount or gasket for it? I preferred the gasket. I don't really think I liked Neo's top mount iteration all that much, so I don't know. I think gasket for me, my friend. Also, how you doing, Gabriel? How you doing, man? Cheers from Brazil. Cheers from Canada. DHL, you were the chosen one? Dude, I don't know what they're striking about. I haven't even read it about it yet. But I think I'm just like genuinely kind of shocked because I didn't see that coming at all. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, genuinely kind of shocked. There's huge delays now for a lot of stuff I was supposed to do. In fact, even Sunday's build might get delayed. And then 2 things next week are getting delayed too. When's the next Manta video? I was thinking like middle of July, maybe early July. So I watched the whole thing. It was really cool. Hello. I'm going back and forth on getting a mode 65 the last couple of days, so this is a fitting stream. I mean, we're going to be building it in a silent configuration because this is someone's work board. So I lubed some Otemu silent jades, silent yellow jade switches, if it wants to. So the whole point of today is going to be a bit quieter, but I will say, if you like the sound of the mode Encore, you probably like the sound of the mode 65. You know? I'm thinking you'll probably like both. Had me confused. Had your stream pop up on YouTube. Just gave you a shout out on my Keeping It Real account. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it, man. Oh, that's you from the... Okay, I get it now. Interesting. I remember someone in the Discord asking about silent mode build. I mean, it could be that. I'm not too sure. Sorry for the orders, Alex. Hope the strike gets sorted quickly. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because I feel like everything's been delayed lately. Like, can I keep it real for 1 second, guys? I'm a little bit, like, flustered, like, internally. Like, I think I've been really stressed about a lot of stuff. And it just feels like we can't seem... Well, I mean, I shouldn't say we, but, like, a lot of people that I know who are in the same position, we just can't seem to catch a break when it comes to, like, events going on. And I don't mean events as in, like, fun events that you get to attend and have a good time. It just seems like there's just always something happening that disrupts everybody. So, I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Kush, I am. But yeah. 2K Alice Duo or Neo Ergo is my next working board. I think they're great for a silent board. Yeah, I think the 2K Alice Duo is really good for that. But look how nice this turned out, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Mode 65 2024 or an Eden round 2? If I had to pick one right now, I would truthfully pick the Mode 65. I like the sound profile that comes out of it a little bit more than the Eden. I will admit the Eden is a lot prettier. I think it's a funner looking board, but I feel like you can get a really nice looking Mode 65 as well. As a YouTube premium user, I'm really digging these YouTube streams. Makes hopping in and out of streams so much easier. Sean, I'm glad, bro. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everyone choosing to watch anything, you know? Eden's too expensive and then they have problems, but it's gorgeous. The Eden fixed a lot of their stuff, from what I understand. But yeah, dude, can I tell you guys something? If I want a 60 get the Solaris, dude, okay, realistically, we kind of been blessed with keyboards lately. Like, we've been getting so many good boards. It's kind of like tough to keep up with a lot of stuff right now because I feel like we've had a lot of solid releases the last, like, month. So, yeah, Twitch is my primary all the time, Ryan. Not gonna lie, I like the Parabolica curves if we're going 60, that peacock color. Dude, the Parabolica, we're gonna do another one. Honestly, I might even do another Parabolica on Sunday. Just because, like, I could do other things, but so many things got delayed this week and next week now. Let's stay awake as long as possible for this stream. Luckily, I have nothing really going on tomorrow. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Hopefully you don't stay up too long. The 2 Kohakus at the start of this year made me so happy. 2 Kohaku... Oh, the builds? What do we got here? Actually, I don't even know what color 65 we're doing. I'm kind of interested. I think this is a totally blacked out build. But we shall see. Also, what a cool looking artwork for this. I don't think I've ever seen the artwork for any of these boxes. I have, like, the old boxes. Canadian and French keycaps? Oh, dude, you're gonna have to... I think the way around this, like, this is a sucky one. You might have to buy a whole keyboard and then just harvest the keycaps off of it. I don't think there's a good way around it, bro. I honestly don't think there's a good way around it. What are these keycaps? This is Noir. GMK Noir. What a good keycap set, huh? Actually, you know what I'm really excited to build? I hope this comes quickly. I'm going to be finally looking at the Evo TKL from QWERTY Keys, I believe. I can't tell you guys how long I've been trying to get a hold of that board, just like a reviewer copy. I actually was almost about to purchase it, and then I finally got a hold of someone to send me one, so. Did anyone see the mode leaks? No? What were the mode leaks? Can you share? I missed it. Where did this get leaked? Where did it get leaked? I want to know. Was it on their Discord? Encore Designs? Oh, I feel like... Did I look at those yet? I don't think I have. Wait, no, they showed off some of the Encore stuff, didn't they? In one of the videos? Full-size mode? Oh. I don't know anything about the new. I only know one thing, kinda, but not really. I swear to God, they showed off the Encore stuff. All right, let's see what color we got here. Evening, Alex. What's up? How you doing, dude? Hello, Alex, and all warm regards. Ross, how you doing? Why isn't this opening nicely? Alex, any plans to try out the new SW ABS cap Bull got in? Oh, I can ask Bull for a copy. There's a few things I want to try right now. Oh, this is heavy. Is this an all copper one? What thing is this? There's a few things I want to try. Actually, I'm going to be little spoiler for tomorrow. So I feel like I should just tell you guys this tomorrow, but okay, spoiler, tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Ducky keyboard again, but I am now going to fully like mod all the switches. I'm going to try everything, like fully mod it. I think I am set on my favorite gaming keyboard, analog keyboard, is the Ducky 1X. So tomorrow I'm going to be taking a quick little peek at it again and just fully modding it, because I kind of want to like fully set it up properly for my gaming computer now. So Seneca when? I don't think I'm going to be building one of those. I did see the Verge article on it. The Seneca, I've listened to typing tests. It's not really my cup of tea. So I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, this is a brass bottom. Holy cow. This is a fancy one. Yeah, the Ducky 1X wireless. I've been loving it. It's been like my favorite gaming gaming keyboard. They finally updated software. We'll talk about it more tomorrow.
Love the streams.
Amazing. Thank you, man. I really appreciate the Prime. And thanks everyone for subbing and even just being here, guys. And I don't know, just because it doesn't really pop up well on my stream, but YouTube stats and stuff. Thank you guys for being here. I got to pick up a DM Austin SE this weekend in full brass. Oh shit, yeah, dude, that thing's heavy, heavy. No, that's a big board. Actually, I want to put feet on this first. I really like the 65. I know did they say they're going to discontinue this one too? I really hope they kind of don't. I like the 65 a lot. Feet. Actually, I don't even know what accent we have. What accent do we have? Brass? Is this a brass accent? Damn, we're going full out here. We are going full balls to the wall brass. All right. All right. I mean, it's gonna be a fun build. That Geistmachine board up there, right? Yes, that one there was about $1,000 with shipping and stuff. Well, a little over 1,000 if I remember correctly now. I did the exact same color combo, black full brass parts, painted the brass ring on my 65, and it's a nice change up. Do you like the sound? What did you build with it, Kush? What did you build? All right, feet are on, and I guess let's just tackle the PCB and stuff right away too. I'm actually gonna pull up my build notes for this. I know we're going silent, but I want to see what we're gonna be doing for foam configurations and stuff. I think our goal is to get as quiet as possible. I am actually pretty pumped up because I haven't really used these much. I've only used them once, and I really liked them last time I used them, but it was for a client build. This is obviously another one, but I really liked them last time I got them. Got a nice PP plate, little PP. Carbon plate, and I just used Oil Kings because I had them lying around. Nixie spacebar soldered and pretty happy with it. Hell yeah, dude. We're doing a nice solder build today too. All right, so let's actually open up our build list here. Can a PCB short circuit if it makes contact with the bottom? Yes, it usually can, yes. You want to be particularly careful of that. You don't want that to happen. Up arrow sound test on the Geist. Fuck, I was looking for it too, bro, and it. What's the specs on my PC build? Oh, you guys want to know the specs? I have a 3070 Super, the NVIDIA one, the factory one or whatever it's called. I don't remember what processor, but it's nothing special. I have a Noctua fan, a CPU fan. I decided I'm never going back to AIOs ever. I think I'm fully over them. What else do I have? I have 32 gigs of RAM, which I'd love to upgrade, but I'm just kind of chilling for now. Like, I'm not going to go crazy with that yet. I did build it myself, yeah. I used to love building computers. I've done it a few times for other people, too. I loved it. It was so much fun. But it is kind of pricey to, make that a hobby. Custom water loop? Dude, I am too scared to do that, bro. I really want to do that one day. Like, I would love to, but I'm too scared. Yeah. Alright, let's just do... Okay, the goal is for me to kind of just do this. So let me do it the way I would want to do it if it was silent. Which is basically using as much foam as we possibly can. Except for the PE sheet. Did I say 4070? Yeah, 4070 Super. Yeah, my bad. Pricey hobby, bro, is the custom keyboard guy. Okay, I will say this. Let me try to defend myself here. I think computers are on a different level of pricey. And if you were to build many computers, it is like the next tier of pricey hobbies. And then also, like, what do you do with all those computers afterwards? I know you can ask the same about keyboards, but don't worry about it too much. Like, try not to think about that, I just feel like eventually you run out of space. A possible collaboration with Optimum? Dude, if Optimum wants to give a custom keyboard another go, not so much from the spec side of things, but maybe trying some like really high-end stuff, that'd be really cool. I would be down for that. Bitcoin mining is an expensive hobby too, for sure. When did Alex start streaming on YouTube? A few days ago. I just recently started. If you guys enjoy it, I am really happy to do it right now. It's just another way to kind of interact, I suppose. But a lot of people have been asking, so. A lot of people have been asking for YouTube stuff too. And I decided, why not? I don't think I have anything properly set up for YouTube stuff. I really hope I do. But like, for example, like memberships, all that stuff, I have not touched any of that. Whatever is there, I don't even know if they're active or not. But this is strictly just for the sake of people have been asking. And I decided, sure, let's just do it. With PE2, I can try it with PE. I don't think I've ever tried a silent build with PE except for one time, and I thought it made it louder because I ended up taking it out. But we can give it a go. I don't mind. Maybe in this case, because it's tactile. These are actually really quiet switches. Maybe it can give it a slight bump in sound signature in the right way. I'm looking at both chats, yeah. It's confusing for you to read two platforms? Nah, it's not. Honestly, I'm not at the level of like streamers where the chat's moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour. I can usually read everything pretty nicely. I'm not at that level, guys. Have you guys hydrated today? Everyone hydrate? Everyone feeling good? We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydrate? Me hydrate? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be building a few of the Encores. So, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for mode. Oh, dude, I love those things. I know exactly what you're talking about, Flick. Those little flavored water things. Big fan, bro. Big fan. Also, we're going to be doing a 6.25U today. The client needs a few extra keys on the bottom, so we're going to give them the extra key there. Why hydrate when tequila exists? Bro, I'm going to be real. Not that I'm big on alcohol at all. In fact, I think it's really ultimately a big waste of money. But tequila is terrible. I've tried many different tequilas and it's terrible, dude. Thank you, Arden. I appreciate the compliment. All right. Let's start lubing some stabilizers. And we got this guy here. To each their own. Dude, honestly, I hate it. And every time, like, when I used to go out a little bit, every now and then, people would go crazy for tequila, and I would sit there and go, oh boy. Thing is, I don't really, it takes a lot for me to get super affected by alcohol, and I have, like, friends who can attest to that, but for me, it just tastes bad, and I hate the taste of it. So it doesn't even give me that, like, you know, whatever people look for with that kind of stuff. I get nothing from it. Loop. Gin is better. You know, if I have to say my favorite drink is a Moscow Mule. I think that's, like, one of my favorite drinks. But ultimately, I have not had that level of alcohol stuff in a long time. And I don't plan on ever doing that stuff ever again. A, because it's expensive. B, because I don't like the effects of it. There's too much different things going on. I'm from Mexico and never tried tequila. The smell alone is more than enough to keep me away from trying it. Dude, you're not wrong. Agree, it tastes bad and it's not healthy. Yeah, I think for me, like, listen, I hate to pull this card as well, but I'm getting a little older now. And, I can easily put on weight now, which never happened when I was younger. So drinking some alcohol just adds to that, and I don't want to do that either. All right? That's the truth. Ultimately, that's also why I stopped drinking bubble teas, bro. Bubble teas are dude, let me tell you, bubble teas, legitimately, those things made me gain so much weight. Too much, dude. Alex is younger than me. Age card doesn't work on me. How much younger? Most overrated drink is beer, hands down. I don't mind beer. Okay, when we're saying drink, are we talking about alcohol? Because I'll give you guys my most overrated beverage of any sort. Okay, I have to say this. Overrated is bubble tea. I'm sorry. I just can't drink it anymore. I just think bubble tea is just too expensive for what it is. It is literally sugar with a little bit of tea and some flavors. That's it. I don't think it's that good. And it's like $8 to $9 a thing. I think it's just alright. Youngin', oh my gosh. Time to enter the espresso plus keyboard niche combo. I tried getting into that, and then I saw how much espresso stuff was, and I said, nope. I ain't swimming in cash. The most I'll do right now is I'm into keyboard stuff, and I sort of dabble in cameras. And that is the extent of my hobbies. I cannot afford hobbies like other content creators can. It's crazy. As a Taiwanese, it's really not worth it for bubble tea. Dude, I just think bubble tea is way too, like, overrated for what it is. And the only reason I was even drinking it was because, like, sometimes my girlfriend would get it and I'd be like, I'll just get it because you're there type thing. But cameras can be expensive, but with cameras, unless you're collecting rare stuff, eventually you're going to run out of stuff to buy. At least in my experience. Like, once you have a lens, for me, I kind of didn't have the need to get doubles of lenses. There's only one lens I have a double of, and it's a 50mm just because I had to adapt it to another camera. But yeah, I don't really feel the need to get doubles of stuff. But yeah, I agree. Anything can be expensive. Keyboard hobbyists go one of two ways. Cameras or espresso. Dude, they really do, man. But some keyboard hobbyists go both. They do both, dude. They literally say, F it, let's just do both. I'm just going to zoom in on this chat a little bit here. Because I don't like the way these panels are separated. Perfect. I need a Thocky easy to get 60%. Thocky? Well, I mean, anything can be Thocky with foam. Just put some PE sheet in that and maybe some tactile switches. There's a lot of 60s on the market right now. I'd say, like, maybe the Neo CU might be a really good option just because it's already bassy because of the copper. Maybe. You know? I realized the part of bubble tea I liked was just the mango flavored iced tea, so I buy directly. Dude, Ruby, that makes a lot of sense. that you're kind of cutting out the middleman there and spending less money. With cameras as well, the tech is not advancing at a breakneck speed. Yeah, you can really just get... Yeah, I agree. Also, I'm going to say something too, and I'm painting a really weird photo of this right now, and I apologize. I had a friend, well, this morning-ish, I was talking to them for a few minutes, in between some other stuff I was doing. So if you guys don't know this already, I was using mainly all Fuji gear. And I had a really bad, like, two cameras died. Like, almost, not back-to-back, but pretty close. And I had to replace them. I replaced one with a Fuji camera, but the other one I just used an old Sony. I got quoted from Fuji. It was like a headache and a half even to get quotes for the repairs, but the repairs were so expensive that it was not worth doing. And also the lead time was crazy too. It was cheaper to go buy a brand new body or a used body. I just spoke to a friend who also had a very terrible experience with Fuji. At this point here, like, I'm finding it really hard to recommend Fuji as a brand. And I just keep learning more and more about how terrible the experiences are from people buying Fuji cameras and needing them serviced or just problems with them. So it's one of those things where it's just like, I was almost a little bit of a fanboy, and I'm not anymore. Like, I think I'm over it. Ooh, my stomach's growling like crazy. Ships fast if Neo takes around a month. If you want a 60 that ships fast, shit, guys, do you guys know a 60% keyboard that's literally in stock right now? Mode doesn't really have a 60, unfortunately, because they would ship pretty quick. Solaris might be a good one. I don't know if you're just looking for gasket mounts. Solaris is a bit brighter too and wouldn't be as stocky. QK60 maybe, yeah, that could be a good one. I'm really excited to try out another brand. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Fuji kind of feel like they really dropped the ball. What was the first good keyboard you bought? I feel like this is a long story, and if you guys want to hear about it, I'll tell you guys it, but we'll see. Camera recommendation for an absolute beginner? You know, at this point here, I'm just going to recommend the Sony. They have good autofocus. My Sony body has lasted me the longest out of any camera I've ever had. I would go, and the lens choices are incredible. I would just go with the Sony. What's the Fuji equivalent brand of the keyboard world? Something you were a fan of, but not anymore? I don't think there's a direct. That's a really interesting one, but I don't think there's a direct thing that's like. No, because Rama scam people. I don't think Fuji's scamming people. They're just being jackasses. I don't think there's like a good comparison, unfortunately. But Rama would probably be the closest, I suppose. I am Sean. Yes, I am. I clicked on this thinking I could check out a sound signature. Wondered why there was no type test. Is this a stream? I'm in a stream. Yes, you are. You are indeed. I want an entry-level camera, but not too beginner. My dad has photography experience. He's passed on. Eventually, I'll do some research. Dude, if you ever want to, Flick, just reach out to me. Like, DM me, man. I'll help you out with that. I would love to, because that's a passion I shared with my dad as well, so. Damn. I think you're on the wrong stream, Frank. How do you like the Beast X mounts? Love it. I gamed with it a little bit. I'm actually still doing the... Actually, what mouse am I using for my gaming PC right now? I think I'm still using the Endgame gear for my gaming PC at the moment. But I'm almost at a point where I feel like I can have some mouse recommendations of stuff I like, you know? But okay, to kind of go back to that question with the first good keyboard, my first ever keyboard, like that got me into the hobby, was the Tofu. And then the first expensive keyboard, unfortunately, it was a Rama M60A in blue, which led to my first keycap purchase. And then that got me wanting to buy another board. But actually, technically, the first boards I ever bought was I bought 3 different tofu boards just to have different parts in them and try them side by side. Because the tofu parts at the time weren't crazy expensive. So I think I got like 3 different kits assembled for not that much money at all. But yeah, different time. But that was like my first thing. My first board. Do you think pulsar mice are good? My friends all like them. I think they're good. I haven't tried one personally though. Where's my dielectric? Rama's downfall was so dramatic because they were actually respected as a brand back then. I never once really had any sort of communication with Rama. I bought all their stuff with the exception of the one that Kate made, the injection molded one. Unfortunately, when I started getting burned on my own purchases, I was like, whoa, something's up now. And then that's when their downfall started happening because I loved the heck out of all their stuff. I thought their stuff was really cool. Like, it was super well designed. I loved the brand image. I thought that also made it fun collecting things. But yeah, once it started declining and like I was really unhappy with a certain purchase, I eventually just had to go, well, I guess enough's enough now. And I just stopped. My first expensive one is probably going to be the upcoming Encore. Dude, do it. I think it's going to be a really fun purchase. Plus, it's mode. You can't go wrong with mode. How often do you pump more lube into stabs? Once in a blue moon. Believe it or not, I've only, I think with most boards, I do it 1 or 2 times afterwards, which is such a small amount. And then that's all I ever need to do is like once or twice afterwards. So it's never like a crazy amount. Lamzu does make some good mice, by the way. Mode was my gateway drug. I feel like Mode is the gateway drug keyboard brand at the moment. I don't think it's KVD fans as much as it used to be. I think KVD fans used to be that. Now they have a good selection of literally everything, and maybe are still some people's gateway drug, but Lamzu and Pulsar, I feel like, are underrated. Lamzu's really good. I like my Lamzu too. The Orbital Pathfinder? Oh my gosh. Do you have solder recommendations? I gotta solder this Blueberry 65. I want a decent solder I can use and not drop a lot of money. Do you mean the physical roll of solder, or do you mean an iron? I love my Sora V2. Oh, dude, I also have I have a bunch of mice. I got into mice very briefly. I haven't bought one in a while, but I got into mice very briefly and sort of went down that rabbit hole. Soldering iron, I mean? Oh, I would probably just get the, what's that one you guys always tell me about? I've never purchased this one, but everyone always tells me, it's the Pinesel, is it? Everyone always recommends the Pinesel, which is like the go-to iron at this point, which is really cheap too. You don't have to spend a lot of money. How'd I get into mice? Kind of by accident. I think it was just I was bored, you know? Devocalize. Thank you, man, for being here after 3 years of watching. Appreciate it, bro. I like the TS100 series, but I think it's a little bit more money than the Pinesel. He's secretly a cat? Who is? My gateway was a Keychron something or other. Then got the Typeface Universe. Nice pick. And then the Neo Ergo. My next board will be a certain Mr. Otos. Oh! Is it a Manta? Dude, I am so pumped. Me and Bull have been so... We've been kind of... How can I word this? I feel like we've been kind of jostled around a little bit with this whole Manta thing because of world events and then tariffs and then shipping issues, and then it's just been one thing after another. So we're really happy that it's finally set in stone for a whole bunch of things. So I'm excited. We're the first content creator other than Bull and myself are going to get the board soon. And then they can tell you their thoughts on it. But Six, thank you so much for the tier 1, bro. Thanks for the support, man. Yeah, it's almost been a year. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. Thanks for providing a relaxing and joyful experience through your videos. Taught me a lot and your videos are a breath of fresh air. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. I try my best. Oh, these have. I don't like the way Moon does this. Look at the screws in the stabs already. The Sonnet's a really good first board. Next, thank you so much for 22 months, man. Thank you, thank you. That means a lot, bro. Will I ever design a board? I did. This board. Well, I only have 2 of the colorways here. One has been sent out recently, and this is not a colorway we're offering. I just did this myself, but it's the Manta. The Manta is the board me and Bull both designed. And then if you guys want to see the other color, it's this one. Actually, I'm growing really fond of the acrylic. I think the acrylic is really nice too. Very, very fond of this one. But yeah. Chat, do you think I could mess with Alex by setting a macro to send the same message in Twitch chat and YouTube chat at the same time? Actually, I don't think that would work on me. But yeah, that's the board I designed with Bull. Hopefully we do some more stuff in the future. I think if I'm going to be honest with you guys, the next board I would probably want to build and design, I kind of would want to either do a 60 or a full size. So one of the two. I think that would be the next things on my list. Could be an 1800 as well. 1800 would be fun. Dude, I've been wanting a sick full size. You know? I've been wanting one. Like an over-the-top full size. So that's something I've been also considering. Never got into them. Curious if you recommend any other silent switches. Hamu Heartbeats are my other favorite silent switch. There are some really good silent switches out there. Wait, the silver and red edition threw me for a loop. I was 100% down with the brown. The red and silver one are all aluminum though. So if you don't mind all aluminum and don't want any of the premium materials, Bull and I both tested the all aluminum builds and we're more than happy with the aluminum. It sounds amazing. It's just that we just don't know if people want all aluminum. So that's why we only made one colorway of aluminum. It looks cool though. Jenny, of course, I'll help. Well, I'll try to. I can't make promises actually. Just check the colors and Americana weight looks amazing. What's the process to getting that looked? I think the Americana weight, that's done in factory, but I believe that's a chemical reaction process. While Flame Patina produces different colors. So like you can use different chemicals on these things to get different results. So this was done with fire, basically, on a piece of, what's it called? Oh my gosh. My words aren't, on a piece of raw copper. So that was done with fire, basically. Which I think turned out really cool. But I used a very small hand torch. But if I had to do it again, I would use a bigger torch. Although, if you like these smaller little dimples of patterns, you may want to use a smaller torch. A larger surface area of fire will create larger patterns. Will the Flame Patina Manta have a silver anno except weight? No, if we do the special edition, like the ultra special edition one, it will most likely be either a custom color of my choosing, but we'll see. We're not even sure we're gonna do it. What I might do, this is where it becomes a bit more complex, and I apologize. What we might do is maybe a few things. I might just order 10 mantas on my own. Like not even 10, maybe even smaller, depending on how well it does. And maybe, unfortunately, the super special editions, like if I have to flame patina them myself, I do those after We'll see. But if STR can do this in factory, then we'll offer it right away. Or I was thinking if I have to do this afterwards, maybe we'll just do like mystery tickets or something where I would get them in and then I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Alex orange with flame patina would be fire. We do have an orange. It's called tangerine. We had to do an orange one. The tangerine color is a really nice one too. I'm a bit smoged that Bowl has it right now. If you could pick your own colorway, what would it be? Most of the Manta colors are done by me and Bowl, and I support every one of those colors. They're all things I would use. They're all beautiful. So I'm in that boat of I can't give you a good answer because we picked it all. It's in general discussion. What do you think of my new tat? Let's see, is it a keyboard tattoo? General discussion. Oh, nice! Be prepared. If you've never this is your first tattoo, it's gonna itch like crazy. So just be prepared. That's really nice though. The color turned out really good on that. It's like almost like a watercolor type thing. Kinda-ish, not really. It's nice though, very nice. How many hours was that? Not my first, but it burned from all the wiping. Yeah, that'll happen. 4.5? That's not bad. You're in the chair for that long. One sitting? Second skin saved the day with itching and all the healing process. Dude, back when I got tattoos, I swear to God, no one ever told me anything good other than just fucking like air it out. It was so itchy all the time. A Manta 60? Right now there's no plans for that, but if the Manta currently does really, really well somehow and there's enough demand, maybe we'll do a Manta 60, but we'll see. There's probably going to be changes that happen for a Manta 60 though. Just an FYI. Actually, did I want to do all the I think so. You know what? Let me just take out the stabs really quick now that they're already in place. I think we do every little shred of it here and get it to be as deep and silent as possible. So let's do this too. Actually, do I need to remove all this? I think I do, right? No, just two. Just 2 stabs. Changes for Manta 60, like no arrow keys? Well, no, it would be design changes. I think I've already said this, and I don't want to speak for Bowl, but if we were to do a Manta 60, I don't think I'd want it to be as like over the top. So we'd probably do, if we were to do it, I'd want to do something more simplified with keeping the same Manta shape. So no curves or anything like that. It would just be simplified, if that makes sense. I recently got a tattoo on my chest and I could use a second skin. And I could use second skin. It's just about getting past the itchy phase. Oh, couldn't. Wait, how come you couldn't? Patina finish you did looks crazy. Thank you! I'm over the moon. People like it. A lot of people have been asking me to do patina services, and as cool as doing that would be, I think there's a lot of responsibility with patina services more than just building a keyboard. So if I were to do patina services, it would have to be for people I know or people who are okay with potentially it not coming out perfect. But I mean, maybe that's the joy of having these hand-done patinas. But I don't foresee myself doing a lot of these. If on occasion someone sends me in a build request and wants one done, I don't feel bad for it, but we'll see. Like, I don't feel bad about doing it, but we shall see. Patina, my F1 waits for me. Man. Elk1, do you want to send it in for me to build entirely? Because I think that'd be cool as like a full process. I'd do it for you, Elk1. Because Because I know you wouldn't, hopefully you wouldn't be upset if it didn't turn out perfection, you know? Yeah, internal weights might be a safer gamble, for sure. I agree. Don't feel bad, Alex. My first half sleeve, the guy told me to keep it covered for a week, like wash and recover, never doing that again. Dude, that's what everyone told me too, man. When I got mine done, everyone told me, oh, just cover it up for a few days, like leave it saran wrap basically, and then just like move on. And I'm just like, okay, I'll do that. And I did it, and it was like the worst. I might need some touch-ups on this one because I couldn't use second skin. The black isn't as dark. Oh. Oh, so it actually affects the color of the tattoo too. Interesting. I didn't know that. If you were able to cover the board with a stencil, could you copper patina and unpatina? Technically, yes, but I don't think it would be as sharp as you might like it to be. But you could technically do that, yes. There's a massive market for patina with Wally being the one, but he's in Norway. Yeah. Hear me out, guys. I might do it, but I don't know what I'd charge, because I think Wally's pretty expensive, right? I don't know what I'd charge, and then also I don't even know, like I'm not even certain how I'd go about doing this whole process. Aftercare wrap for 2 days and clean twice. Yeah, when I got mine, no one, like I said, no one really told me much. I should really go to sleep considering it's 2 a.m. Dude, I'd say sleep, bro. Honestly, I'm over the super late nights. Getting to a point where it's getting hard to do. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that some people do flame patinas as well. But I think I would have a different style than... I've seen that person do theirs, and I think my style would probably... I'd want to do a little bit more different, like very colorful type of thing. Maybe even a bit more subtle than something like this, but... Alright, let's pop in some switches. Chemical patinas look cool too. I'd love to learn about that, but dude, it's kind of daunting. It's weird. It is a little bit daunting to see some of those chemical things you can do. For a Kohaka weight, which is the size of a phone, it's about 300-ish. To get patinaed? I have never actually used Wally. I've only done client builds through Wally, but I'm not sure how much he was charging. Is it 300 he's charging for the patina? Dude, I think my prices are too low, honestly. Maybe my build prices and everything are way too low. Chemical seems a lot harder than flame, at least in the sense of knowing how it will look. Yeah, definitely. How did you patina yours? With a little torch gun that I got from the hardware store. I had a lot of fun doing it though. I'm gonna maybe do another one this weekend, because I want to practice a little bit more. That's not including shipping? Holy! But yeah, I might do one more this weekend. I'm gonna see next YouTube short. I could do one. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a clear coat at one and see how to like strip off the clear coating without using chemicals or something. So I read you could do that. And then try to flame patina that and see what happens. 300 reasonable for a one-of-a-kind weight, literally a work of art. Yeah, I don't disagree with it. I just think maybe I'm just like... You'd be in shock when you see the average Russian prices for commissions. I don't know. Everyone's always told me I'm stupid for charging what I charge for builds and stuff. Which, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, if anyone wants builds done... builds assembled, live streams, whatever, for July, I'm still running my 50% off the build service thing. Just because summers are a little slower for us here. Dude, yeah, Kabu, yeah, maybe I'll record that. I don't know if you can flame patina aluminum, but I know you can do some chemical stuff to aluminum. Ooh, this is nice already. Actually, these are really nice tactile or silent switches. They're not mushy feeling, which is good. Interesting. I'm very glad I paid my invoice to you on Friday if you're now worried about your prices being too low. Nah, I've joked around about that, Daniel. I've never once raised my prices in... How long have I been doing commissions? So I've never once raised my prices. I've only ran little sales on them. 50% off builds, how does it work? Do you send a keyboard or can we commission the whole thing? You can commission. The only thing that's on sale technically is the build service. So instead of 50 USD, it's 25 USD. But sometimes that's all you literally need. So, but yeah, you can do either or. I don't have a sourcing fee. The only thing is I charge up front for sourcing stuff. But I prefer when people send it in just so they can also inspect their stuff too. So it's up to their standards. You know? I'm tired of buying things. Oh, what do you mean? Just to like play around with what you already have? Dude, sometimes you gotta shop in your own closet, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta have fun with what you own before going too crazy buying more stuff. I always tell myself that. Just enjoy what I have first. Then move on to the next. I think that's the smartest thing you can do sometimes. You know? Absolutely the smartest. Gotcha. I might have to place a commission just for a Neo 60 commission. Yeah, dude, I would love it.
Hope you're having a good day, beautiful
July
mustache
31st.
man.
Or 30th. Is July 31st or 30th? End of July would be the end of it. Naji, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate you, man. But it does... So the way my thing works is this has to be booked for July. So usually bookings are usually 2 to 3 weeks out. So... Dude, I have seen the guy who engraves keyboards. It's crazy. And also, again, Nash, thank you so much for 35 beautiful months of being here, okay? You're the beautiful person, okay? Not me. No full-size boards to be found? Full sizes are a bit hard to find. You kind of have to keep your eye out on the custom market when those go on group buy or sales. They're a toughie, unless you go buy some from like other brands and stuff that don't... Not really super custom. You know? Have you seen that girl that signs her name on cars with a grinder? Oh, I've seen it on like TikTok or something. Honestly, man, I'm at the point now where I may uninstall, like for my personal use, not for working on. I may have to block myself from using TikTok. I'm getting to that point again. I'm feeling not too healthy using it. Would I send you an email with the specs I'm interested in? Yes, 100%. You can just fill in the build commission on my website. There's a build commission form. And then just in the notes, let me know if you need me to source things. Because that's been a popular option for me to source things. Average price is 30 cents for lubing one switch. Keyboard assembly is about 10 to 20 bucks. I feel like I'm not too far. I charge a little bit more for lubing switches, but I feel like I'm not super far off from like, during when I have sales, like it's 25 bucks. It's not super far off. Plus you get some entertainment out of it. Hopefully this is entertaining. Unrelated, I deleted TikTok and felt so much better. Dude, that's kind of the wave I need to get on soon too. Deleted TikTok and haven't looked back. I've been actually, dude, you know what? I have to admit, YouTube shorts have been more my jam. For if I do want that kind of like feeling of consuming content, very short forms, I feel like YouTube shorts hits better than TikTok. TikTok feels more brain rot. And even, dude, Twitter or X, their short form content stuff feels pretty brain rot too. Same with Instagram. I don't really care for Instagram Reels. Is it Instagram Reels? Whatever it is. Instagram Shorts. I like YouTube Shorts. Can I pay you with plain potato chips? That's a lot of money. Dude, have you guys seen the price of some of those potato chips nowadays? This is why I don't get potato chips all that often, man. It's like $5 to $6 for like a bag, like of Miss Vicky's when they're not on sale. So yeah, they're pretty expensive. You can get some of the other brands for like $3.50 or something, but man. Oh, the no-name ones? The no-name ones are cheap, yeah. Are your potatoes from PEI? I don't know where the potatoes are from, but probably from PEI. Well, actually, I don't know that. I shouldn't say that. I really don't know where the potatoes are from. These are nice. I like the way these feel. A 12-pack of soda is like $8 to $9 now. I just walked out. Yeah, snacks are really expensive. I don't really... You know what I've been doing? I buy popcorn kernels and I put it in my popcorn maker and I put some toppings on it, and that's really my only snack that I make nowadays. Or my other go-to is I just buy a bag of grapes when they're on sale, but that's really about it. Shushu, let me check. Sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I missed your message. Could you read my earlier message? Just wanted to say thank you. Shushu, was there an earlier message from then? What was your message, Shushu? Do you want to just ask again? Shushu, I'm glad you're here, man. I was in Hawaii a couple of weeks ago and chips were $8.40? $8.40 American for chips? Whew. God damn. Are deeper, creamier switches long pull or are they short pull? Depends on the material of the switch. I really truly believe that. I think a lot of people would consider the brighter switches. I mean, nah, it's really... Nah, it's the material of the switch. Shushu, do you mind just repeating it? I don't really... It is not showing at all. As a Brit who's never had it, is Poutine really all that? Oh, man. I'm not a big fan of Poutine. I feel like people will have me for that one there, but I don't think Poutine is all that great. Maybe I just haven't had a good one in a while, like here in Toronto, but I think it's just alright. But some people say it's like the best thing we have to ban them from Quebec. See what I mean? Some people will swear by it. Thanks for the live stream and chat. It's cool to finally have a chat after seeing all your videos throughout the years on YouTube. I'm off to work out. Dude, enjoy your workout. I look forward to the final build on YouTube soon for this board. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep up the awesome content. Thank you, T-Vocalize. Enjoy the workout, bro. Yeah, this guy is not invited to the Montreal Keeb meet. Damn, I got banned from the Keeb meet just like that. That is wild. That is crazy talk. Yeah, I think it's just because, like, I like fries being crispy, and I don't feel like the poutines I've ever had have ever been crispy. Is that fair? I feel like I'm not a big soggy fry kind of guy. Okay? Just keeping it a buck, alright? Not big on soggy fries. Must be like non-Americans eating biscuits and gravy. It's either hit or miss. Yeah, actually, biscuits and gravy I'm not into. Alex, how is it that you're a Canadian enough to buy maple syrup on popcorn, but not poutine? Because maple syrup on popcorn is top tier. Absolutely top tier. Keebs and Poots. Little poutine. Alex is also banned from the Philippines for his Jollibee hate. Okay, dude. Okay, I want to clarify something with the Jollibee thing. I've only had it once, and I just had their fried chicken, and I think it was just okay. Everyone told me that I ate it wrong, first of all, and second of all, that I should have their other items on the list too. If I ever go to another Jollibee, I will try all those things, but there's not a whole hell of a lot near where I am right now. But I will try it. I pinky swear, dude. I pinky swear I will try it next time. Wait, how do you feel about cheese fries or chili cheese fries? I'm in the same boat as Poutine. Dude, I'm not... man, I hate soggy foods when they're supposed to be crunchy. Maybe it's like a personal thing I just need to get over. These are, Otemu... What's the name of these switches again? Silent Yellow Jades. I used these one time ever, and the client asked for good suggestions, and I remember really liking them. So, I vouched for these, and I'm already kind of really happy with the way they feel. I like silent switches. I have a few boards built in silent configurations, so I'm a big fan. Let me just adjust some of this foam. It's not sitting nice. I am a big fan of silent stuff. This is Otemu. Or is it Otemu or Bisun? Hold on. Otemu. There we go. Foam has been adjusted. Perfect. Is that an exhaust fan? I wish I had one of those using soldering my keyboard amp. It's a carbon filter, but kind of like an exhaust fan, I suppose. I also see one or two bent pins. Let's adjust those now as well. That's a bag from Milktooth, huh? It is. Wait, how does everyone's been saying that every time, because even I pulled out another bag recently and they said Milktooth. Are these bags like iconic or something? I would change the filter depending on how often you use it. Like, dude, I use this maybe 5 times a month now because everything I feel like is not... No one solders anymore, which is a bit of a shame. But when I was using it like almost 2 or 3 times a week, I would change it once a month. Now I change it once every 2 months. I didn't get a sticker in mine, man. That sucks. Now I want a sticker. Thing with foam is you want to make sure everything's still seated nicely, so you may have to just kind of go in and push things in. I'll be soldering for the Manta. Love that dude. Love me some Milktooth. Kevin's a good dude. Yeah, we're talking. I don't know if he is interested, but we're talking about doing some fun video, some sponsored content maybe for Milktooth. I placed this order with like my own money and everything, and didn't ask for special treatment, and they were super awesome and accommodating with getting it out quick. So kudos to them. I've done about 30 commissions without the filter. Am I cooked? No. The truth of the matter is, if you're soldering, even if you're using lead, the fumes that you see is actually mostly flux, which will make you lightheaded, make you kind of dizzy. Still isn't good to breathe in, but it's not as dangerous as lead. But I would recommend washing your hands after you're done soldering, or use gloves. Is that chat on screen out of sync? It is a different platform. I haven't actually used Twitch's stuff yet, so... Or YouTube stuff yet, just because I don't want to... It looked kind of weird when I put it together, so I didn't do it yet. I finally received the board. Post it, the board on your server. I want to... Wait, what happened? You want to see still? Oh, yeah, dude. Well, I would love to. Okay, I'll take a look after this. Is that Mod Musings? Hi, Matthew. How are you doing, my friend? I was actually showing Matthew's entire brand to another friend of mine who's aspiring to basically kind of do the same thing Matthew's doing. And I was like, you gotta check this guy out. His stuff is cool. And they were like in awe of his stuff. Matthew is an inspiring guy. Perfect. I think Mode is the brand to show new people for the hobby. Like, again, good customer service, good variety of product. It's like simple enough that you could like it without feeling like it's too wild of a keyboard. It's good stuff. Have you seen the red Manta weight in person? No, the red is the only color we're not color sampling, just because that was a last minute thing from everyone else. So we're just not going to do it. Like, we're not going to... how can I word this? We're not going to get it sampled. We're just going to... Hopefully it turns out good. The red was a demand by everyone here. We actually were never going to run that. When I say everyone, it's like 3 people who demanded red. Still their nicest guy. Who's still the nicest guy? Me? Or Matthew? Matthew's a really nice guy. Love Mode's vibe. If it's possible, I would want to work there later down the road if I get a job in the hobby. That would be really cool, man. Mode's good people. Let's get this. You can just say me, Ad, and Garrett. Pretty much, it was you 3. You? Ah, Blair, thank you so much, man. My philosophy is I have no reason to be the opposite. I want this place to be the coolest place to hang out. And that's it. End of story. I just like people in the hobby, man. If it wasn't for Alex's phobia of blue, yeah, it's true. I don't like blue. Not too many red and silver keys on the market, so definitely glad you're running it. Yeah, it's a cool looking color. Like, honestly, if we went the opposite and did a silver weight or a silver fin and then red top, I think I would have liked it less. But I think it looks really good with the red fin and silver top. Oh, these pins are a little sensitive, huh? I agree, not a fan of blue. I have a blue keyboard. Dude, I grew to really not like blue over the years. And I started liking blue. I don't know, man. Blues just kind of feel boring sometimes. Does your wool desk mat, Grove Made desk mat shed? Oh, it hasn't shed. But I don't really enjoy using it much anymore. As much as I like the way it looks. It's still one of my favorite desk pads I have aesthetically, though. I'll tell you that much. You're boring? Damn, Blaze. I'm sorry, bro. Is my music just like off and on right now? It's just really low, because it's probably the fan. Chilky Paw 65 because of the cat ears? Oh, I know which one that is. That's a cool one. Honestly, a bit bummed I won't be able to copy you on the Manta build since there's no anno case raw weight for the Manta. Well, technically I built in the other one. If I got to keep all the prototypes for myself, I would have kept the pumice stone one. I would have kept that one there and built it with aluminum plate cherry. Or the granite switches, because that actually sounded really good in the aluminum plate as well. But unfortunately, I didn't really get to keep that one there because we had to send it out for content. push these through. Good, good, good. There's a face on the patina? Bro, don't say that. I feel like blue is really easy to color match keycaps with. It can be, yeah. Oh, here. No. Shoo. You're not rude at all. I don't know if you remember, but I asked for your help with stats a few weeks ago. It got so bad for me that I felt really despair and anger. I wanted to give up and felt like somebody was messing with me. Yesterday, I finally figured out that it was the plate all along and the tolerance problems to the switch. Hell yeah, man. I'm really happy you got it fixed. Yeah, dude. Sometimes the plate could literally screw up your stabs, too. Sometimes it can get all screwed up because of that, so... If I had made a desk pad with your face blown up on it and ship it to you, will you use it? I feel like I'd have to. No? I feel like if I don't, that would be kind of illegal. The answer is yes, I guess. Would it just be eyes and glasses? God damn, bro. Gurn, thank you so much for subbing on YouTube. Appreciate it, man. For joining the T-Rex typing crew. Yo, Alex, would I still get my discount if DHL miraculously finds my parcel? Yeah, Sushi. 110%, dude. And honestly, Sushi, I don't know if you saw, but DHL's on strike now, too. I don't know if you saw that. It's so bullshit. If you go to your Twitch, I'm guessing your setup is listed there or has Nightblock on it? Yes. I actually, you know what? Here. I'm going to do something for you guys. I'm going to do this. It's not done yet, but I'm just going to push it live because I feel like it's better to look at all my stuff here. Let me just log in and do this. Slash. That did not work as intended. Slash. There we go. Chatterino? No, it's something different here. One sec. Posts. I've been working on this, and I haven't just stuff like family stuff came up, and I really need to attend to that, and I just decided to take the weekend to kind of like just I need actually more so the whole week, honestly. Like I needed some time to think. Here, let me just quickly edit this really quick. Just change the title of everything. I'm cooked. I think I'll get the Manta in hand before I see my Eden. No. You'll get it soon. Don't fret. Don't fret. One sec, guys. Okay. I'm just going to push this live. This is not like finalized. But if you guys want like a gear breakdown of what's on my desk right now and the stuff that I use, I'm assuming that's what we meant. Let me just pull up the webpage. Here is... There you go. I wrote down all of this. I haven't taken all the photos yet, but like there's a whole chart with links at the bottom, and I think it's all newer stuff. I think I have two different charts because I wasn't sure which style I liked more. So just, again, it's not done. It's a work in progress article. So just like bear with me. But yeah, that's the article there. I think I actually prefer the non-table. I think the table looks kind of silly. So I might actually remove that later. Maybe you guys can tell me. I think if companies were more open with their financials to their employees, wouldn't be on strike. Yeah, dude, I agree. I mean, dude, I'm on the same page as you. Salvin's Artisans are peak. I do like them, they're pretty good. Alex, where can I get just the cherry housings and stems? Oh, for the stabilizers? Mouser. Mouser has those. But you still get wires for a little bit of them, so. Thanks to your article, always wondered what lighting or camera gear you used. Yeah, like, there's still some updates I need to make for that. For example, like, I don't, as much as I love using my Nan light, I recently just kind of downgrade it because I didn't need the Nan light as much anymore. So there's still some amendments that I need to make that have changed since I finished writing that a few weeks ago. But for the most part, everything's updated. With the exception of one light, I think. It's been about 5 years since I've gotten into custom keyboards. I just got my NK Classic Glow delivered. I replaced the nylon plate with a brass one and threw in some NK Silent Aliens. Loving it. Which ones are NK Silent Aliens? Also, hell yeah, man. I'm really happy you're liking it. That is so good to hear. The one thing I hate about foam sometimes is just how much I need to fiddle with it to get everything to seat properly. You know what? We're just going to do one leg at a time here. Just treat this as a plateless build. So since you didn't like the blue keyboards, does that mean if I send you my Ducky Year of the Dragon to possibly mod for funsies, you'll throw it out the window? I would never do that to your keyboard. But I would still treat it with the utmost respect, even though it's blue. I saw that you have both Fuji and Sony. I'm currently looking to upgrade at both Sony and Fuji. Would love to hear your thoughts. Hands down, don't go with Fuji. If you go with Fuji, yes, you'll get some decent colors. I'm actually Sony for the face cam right now. You'll get some decent colors. It'll look nice. Like, I agree. Like, the skin tones are beautiful. The colors are great out of the box. If you even have one thing go wrong with your Fuji camera, good luck. Fuji North America right now has been, like, the worst people to deal with. They quoted me to repair both of these cameras about $1,000 each, and one of these cameras I feel like isn't even worth $1,000 just for the bodies. I would say just go Sony. At this point here, like, while I don't love the Sony colors out of the box, you can just manipulate them to be what you want anyways. So I would just not even waste your time at this point here. Don't even waste the time fiddling with Sony or with Fuji. Oops. I think you forgot to turn on the subscription function on the vendor list. What? Subscription function on the vendor list. What do you mean by that? Been trying to get an X100 for like 3 years. I may be selling mine soon. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm gonna go back to Rico. Affiliate maybe? I don't know what Anna's talking about. And it's a tough one to comprehend at times, but we love them. Just go, Mount Fuji, please ignore my stupid joke. I loved it. It was a perfect joke. Ultimately, though, once these Fuji cameras kick the bucket, if they ever do, hopefully they don't, I'm just going to go switch back to Sony. What affiliate do those exist for you, Alex? Wait, what affiliate do those exist for you, Alex? Like, which affiliate codes do I use? I have a few. I don't have a whole hell of a lot of affiliates. So, Fuji is absolutely beautiful, especially with the recipes, but I think I will more likely go with Sony. They just released the FX2 for pre-order, so I'm looking into that. I would suggest, honestly, yeah. I think that's the smart play to make. And longevity-wise, if you're doing content, even if you're not doing content, I feel like it's just safer to pick that. Alright, let's do from this side first. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I've only soldered one leg at a time here because this is using a lot of foam. The foam is kind of pushing the switch out of place when we solder it. So what I'm doing is I'm just reflowing the solder on each leg while putting pressure on the switch to make sure that it's sitting as flush as it possibly can with the foam along the PCB. If you don't do this, sometimes it leaves kind of like uneven spaces and your keycaps will appear taller than one next to it, so. Greetings from Poland. Hi March, how you doing? Oh yeah, how was the meetup? How'd that go? And also, hi Kim Lin Win. How was the meetup there? There's a thing as KeyCon. Yeah, there was KeyCon in Washington, was it? Oh, I still need this. I think, if I'm correct, I think Kim Lin Win was one of the few content creators that actually went. I don't know if anyone else went to KeyCon this year. Are you free on Saturday? Is it a meetup this Saturday? I might be. I could be. Perhaps. Great. It's 2 in the morning and I'm watching someone modding a keyboard. Hey, we modding having fun. Thank God you're on YouTube now. Can't get Twitch to send my 2FA code. Oh no, dude. I feel you there. I recently had that happen with a different account for something completely different. I get you, bro. Marcy went too? Oh, that makes sense. She's kind of close-ish, I think, to that state. Although maybe I'm misknowing my states here. Misremembering my states. Noob question. Any reason to have south-facing switches on, say, a Wooting? Well, do you mean like south versus north, or like different facing switches? Sometimes it's just choice of like where LEDs go and stuff like that, but the Wooting I don't think actually matters, because isn't the Wooting really, the switch is basically parallel no matter what happens? Or actually, I'm not too sure. I don't want to speak the wrong information here, but nah, it doesn't. I mean, in my humble opinion, no, it doesn't really affect sound profile. I think some people will hype it up to affect sound profile, but not really. It can affect some keycap clearance, which is, even like from my opinion, a little overblown, but is what it is. That could take months, dude. It's so true, Sora. Different accounts, OnlyFans? Okay, you know what, bro? Listen here, it was not anything like that. Not sussy. You asked me to tape mod my Wooting to give it a thockier sound, but it didn't help. The number arrow is very thocky. I don't have a lot of experience with Wooting stuff. Give me 1 second, just wash my hands. The thing is, to be honest, I haven't modded HE stuff enough to give you a good answer. So, good article. I always thought you were using the Sony FX3. No, my I don't know if I put in that article now. That it's been a little while. Hold on, you know what? Let me actually delete the table. I don't think I like the table at all. Let's just delete. this. Delete. So the cameras I use, did I put the cameras? Yeah, like the cameras I use are the XT3 XS20 and the A7R2. But the photography camera I use is the only one that's like, whoa, like that's a big boy one. But everything else is like pretty standard, I'd say, standard fare. They're still good cameras though. They're really good cameras. I'm never going to complain. All right, let's put this in. This thing's heavy. Alrighty, let's start assembling our keyboard here. Sorry. What's OOT mean? I hate myself for even asking this. Have you ever used a BlackBerry smartphone in the past? No, actually, I never got on the BlackBerry train. I had a Motorola Razr, and I think that was my only cell phone throughout my early adulthood. I think the next phone I got was like a Samsung phone, and then I finally, well, not finally, I shouldn't say that. I switched to iPhones at one point and then called it a day. Do you think the Newfie Gem 80? Oh, I like the Gem 80. That was a good board. Yeah, I like that board a lot, actually. I would say yes. My favorite HMX switches are still... Actually, no, they've changed. I really liked those film-inspired ones. Those were really good. HMX really nailed it with that. I hope that kind of helps. They did a really good job with those film-inspired ones. Have you ordered from OmniType? I want to take advantage of the sale, but unsure what extra fees. Oh. I mean, here's the thing. You could get dinged. You probably will get dinged. I don't know what province you're in, if you're in Canada, but let's just say you live in Ontario. It'll be, what's our taxes? 13%? 14% taxes, so your normal taxes. You get charged duties, which depends which brokerage department they're going to do, and even honestly the fucking mood of the person that day. And then you also get charged... you get charged brokerage fees and then duties. Duties is from the States. I don't know if it's still 25% right now. So you could get dinged for a lot. Honestly, I've been getting pretty good lately where I've only get charged the taxes and the brokerage fee. Honestly, it really depends. But yeah, it's kind of hit and miss. How do you guys go about lubing MX Blacks? The same way I do in my tutorial. Literally the exact same way. I have not changed my lubing method since. I only made the tutorial when I was really happy with my lubing method. And I have never found a reason to switch. After all these years. Well, it hasn't been that long, but... Let's get these out. One. Stem and wire? Oh, for cherry clip-ins? You mean stem and wire, yeah. Whatever you guys see in the tutorial, literally I have not changed anything since then. What's this one here? Not unscrewing all the way? What's going on? Best low-profile mech keyboard? Low-free makes some good ones. I like low-free stuff for that, man. I don't know who else is doing low-profile as well as low-free at the moment. What was your favorite build of any Orbit? Oh, shoot. The latest Orbit I think I built was my favorite. I don't remember all the parts now. It's escaping me. Alrighty, let's put this in. Oh, wow. Okay, we got the copper badge to go with this. Damn. Fancy. Very fancy. Okay, so let's actually put the daughter board in first. I'm seeing it post that for USA, DHL is now charging $17 processing fee. Yeah, honestly, my brain is so wiped with having to deal with some of these like random things now, you know, with shipping. My brain is so wiped at the moment from that kind of stuff. I'm so over it, to be honest. The tangerine is tempting. Oh, you guys, did someone get tangerines? Tangerine switches are old school. I miss those switches, actually. That was a fun line of switches. Recently tried the TTC Frozen Silent V2s on a Lucky 65 V2 and had the worst luck with stabilizers. Swapped back to my Aqua Rosewoods and way better luck. Wait, the stabilizers? Oh, wait, they're sticking. Oh, interesting. I don't know why that would happen unless... Huh. I'm not too sure why that would happen. Oh, the Bauer lights. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. The Bauer lights are cool. The tangerine color of the Bauer light is super awesome looking. This goes this way. I should make creamsicles and see if they hold up. Oh, also, keep signing. Sorry, did you say there was a meetup this weekend? Let's see. If there's one on Saturday, I'll actually consider coming to that north location. I'm sure it's in the Discord. I'll take a look. Yeah, I might come to that one there. I don't think I'm doing anything Saturday. Would be nice to go to a meetup. Maybe I'll bring 1 or 2 boards or something. I don't think I'll go crazy. Not that I ever do. I never really got Tangies. I don't know if I got a bad batch, but they were very muted on my Mode 65 back in the day. Oh, maybe a bad batch. Mine were always pretty loud. Mine were always like pretty in your face kind of loud, you know? I think Tangies were really fun. I think that was like one of the few switches where I can legitimately say I had a lot of good times with. I think they still kind of hold up a little bit too. Okay. 2 more here. But what's the fudge? What the fudge is the Manta? Is that Manta bottom? Do you like it? That's the real question. Yes or no? It's my attempt at flame patina. I don't think I did a great job. Yes, you like it? It's my attempt at flame patina. Turned out okay. There's some like little things I'm not super happy with, but I like it. Nice. Not purchasable, sad. Okay, I think I really need to sit down and brainstorm, but perhaps if you guys end up ordering the raw copper and want me to commission the build and like build it for you guys, I may figure out a way to... First, I need to figure out pricing and stuff, because I went through like a whole can of gas for this basically, but I'll have to figure out pricing, but maybe I'll offer that to not a crazy thing. Like I won't, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I maybe will offer this to people who do a commission. Maybe. Again, I'm not 100% positive. I think it turned out really interesting. It's not perfect. I feel like I can do better next time I do it, but I like that it flares from the bottom. It's random, but not too random. Yeah, it's not like terribly random. There's still some, but like I wanted it to kind of come from the center. But it turned out pretty cool. There's a lot of this. If I'm going to do this, there has to be a million disclaimers. So I'm truthfully just a little bit nervous to do it. Like, I don't want to screw up someone's board. Like, it's already nerve-wracking doing commissions, if I'm being real with you guys. Actually, I think I'll use this piece of foam here. Still very cool. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. I really do appreciate it. I like the patina. IMO, you can't screw up a patina. You either do it good. You either do it and it's good, or there's better and better. I mean, for my first time, I think it turned out pretty decent. Like I said, I feel like I messed up on some spots that I know I messed up on. So, what's everyone's go-to linear these days? Mine's a few. I feel like I have a few go-to linears. Oh wait, I need to put on the... Let's do that first. Moose, thank you, man. Appreciate it,
Hope
dude.
you are doing well. Just wanted to sub and show my appreciation for getting me in this hobby, and also thank you for costing me 1000 CE.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate the sub. I really, really do, bro. I hope you're having a good one, man. Sorry about costing you thousands. This one here? Yeah. I need to get new glasses this weekend, maybe, too. Maybe that's my other chore I gotta do this weekend. I'm, not really... My glasses recently, like, I bent them a little bit, and I haven't been able to kind of move them back into place. But I'm kind of due for new glasses anyways, because I think it's been like 2.5, 3 years. And I think the rule of thumb with eyes is you're supposed to go check them every 2 years, or I guess more often than that. But I just honestly haven't done it, so. This is why Alert, even watching you now, is tempting me to drop my paycheck on a keyboard from Mode. I'm so sorry. This is my mistake. My own doing, and I'm apologizing right now. Just order new lenses for mine. They're all scratched up. Oh, really? Yeah, mine are just the frames have warped, and I feel like I need new glasses anyways. And I don't think I'm gonna go back to a metal frame. I think I've made my mind up. No more metal frames for me. Sorry, but not sorry is what I'm hearing from you, Alex. I'm just building keyboards. It's not my fault. I'm just building keyboards. Had a friend with a titanium exhaust. He forgot to wipe it down before starting, and it just patinaed with handprints everywhere. Oh, true. That would happen, huh? I hate keyboards. Elkwon really likes gaming mice. He's only here because sometimes we talk about gaming mice. True story. Okay. Really dislike Mode for doing this thing on the back like this, because I feel like sometimes these screws don't loosen up enough to let go. Gins, if you get warped, you can bring them back. Oh, really? Where actually? I don't know if you're from Canada, Yukina, but do you know if that's in Canada? I don't know where I'm going to go for my next pair of glasses. I'm just going to go to the regular eye doctor somewhere, but I don't know where to buy glasses at this point. The few places I've gone to, I've been like whatever about the glasses. Oh my god, what's going on here? Would you prefer the Envoy and... Sorry, what do you prefer between the Envoy and the 65? I am actually a little bit divisive on this. I think overall I prefer the 65, like the new 65. However, I will admit, I think I can get a clackier sound signature out of the Envoy, which always made me lean towards the Envoy, just strictly for the sound profile. But I do think that the Envoy has its set of small issues, you know? So, did I answer your question, Resident? What was the question before? On a non-susty question, after you flame patina, will it continue to patina? I don't know. I think you have to clear coat this, but I haven't done that, so we'll see what happens. It'd be cool if it continues to patina. I live in SF actually, but yeah, now that I think of it, Gin's probably isn't in Toronto. Do you have any? Oh, I have Warby Parker. They don't have a Gentle Monster, but I think I've seen places that sell Gentle Monster stuff. This is a Korean brand called Karen, I think, and I think the store I went to for this also has Gentle Monster, except this place that sells frames is so expensive. The only reason I went to this place is because the only eyeglasses place near me at the time. And I told myself I probably wouldn't end up going back, but who knows. They use Zeiss, I think, so it gets expensive. Yeah, this is Nikon. And I remember I upgraded to the Nikon ones because, listen, after years of using glasses, I know exactly the type of glass that I like. So I usually spring and get a little bit of like an expensive glasses. The one time I didn't, I ended up replacing the glasses really quickly. So, because if they say I'm fine with eyesight, I might just get a new pair of frames or something, maybe replace this frame, because I don't mind the frame, but Tom Ford frames. Oh, I've seen those around. Those are cool. Yeah, I don't know what I'd go for next. I don't even know what I'd look good in, to be honest. I feel like I look decent in these, but a lot of people have told me to go back to the you guys remember how I used to have those like really thick black frames? But I kind of like the circle frames. I think they kind of suit because I have a bit of a narrow face, so. Blue elephant. I'm going to write this down. It's been a little while since I've shopped for glasses. Even last time I shopped for glasses, I was kind of in a rush. Copy, paste, blue elephants. Just replace your eyes with cyborg eyes easy. Are you going to pay for that, Annette? I feel like that's kind of expensive. Is this coming out of your paycheck? Thank you, Coaster. I appreciate it. I think these frames look good. I don't think I want to go with metal again. That's my only thing. Or maybe if I do, I'd want like a few people were here saying like something with good warranty, or I don't know, someone that'll replace it for me. Can vouch for Tom Ford frames. They have hybrids where it's like metal on the top and clear. Oh, that's interesting actually. I can look at that. I like that idea too. Wait, what is this? Why is it like covered in a cloth? Covered in toilet paper. Is this toilet paper? It is. You guys want some toilet paper? Came with my mode weight. Save it for later? Honestly, I'm not gonna let it go to waste. I'll be damned if I let that go to waste. I never heard of this brand, Vinda. Is this toilet paper? Dual ply? Kind of like looks expensive. It is, right? I don't know. I've never heard of this brand. I buy the cheapest toilet paper, okay? Did Mode do this? JQ, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. I appreciate it, man. I'm going to recycle that, okay? I promise you guys. That won't go to waste. Thank you, JQ. That'll be good for 2 wipes. I'll make it 3. That's not toilet paper. That's sound dampening for the keyboard. Oh, true, true. I don't think I've ever seen the mode accents come like that. Benji, thank you so much for the prime. I really appreciate that too, man. Gifting subs is obligatory when toilet paper is involved. I didn't know that. Good thing I know now. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. No better protection than true. As a responsible, broke Russian student, I splurge for 3 times Ziwa every... Wait, is that the... Like the ply? 3-ply? I've never used 3-ply in my life. At least I don't think I have. I've used 2-ply. I think 1-ply no one really sells. Unless they do and I just don't know. Very nice. I'm vibing with this. The black and brass is a classy color combo. Very classy. Yeah, that's the next thing to purchase. A bidet. There's a lot of things to purchase, I'm realizing as an adult now. There's a lot of stuff. It's overwhelming at times. Alright, keycaps. Oh, lordy. That's a good way to open this. I don't think... Gamble on this. A guest broke my bidet once? What's the story behind that? I feel like you kind of have to go out of your way to do that. That was a terrible sound. Crank the pressure to the max and pop the seal. Oh shit. Literally. Do you recommend, what do you recommend doing in Toronto if you're visiting just for a day? Do you like... Okay, one of my favorite things to do in Toronto, like if you're only here for a day, the food scene is pretty nice in Toronto. Perhaps the food scene, I think something like maybe going to Kensington Market could be cool. You could walk along like some of the... well, actually, never mind this. I think even going to... actually, yes, depends on the area you're staying. I'm just assuming downtown. But you could go to like Kensington Market. You could go to Distillery District. I think Distillery District is really fun to go to. If you're a little bit north of Toronto, there's tons of areas, which now we're going to get into more nuances. But yeah, whatever you said, Insty, is how I pronounced it. But I really like the Distillery District. I think that's like one of my favorite areas to go hang out in. So, I made a whole save collection on Instagram for food in Toronto. I want to visit someday. The food here there's a lot. Like, I can't even begin to tell you. That's going to be more than a day. Like, you're going to obviously only get a few meals in if you come for one day, but. Uninvited, Alex's house, please. Never have been to Canada before? I think Canada can be really, really fun. Oh, this is cool. I've never seen this mode artisan before. Toronto has a lot of stops you can go visit. This is pretty, actually. Damn, did a really good job on this. That's a really cool artisan. Cool. You getting a haircut tomorrow? Lucky guy. Ooh, these are nice. I'm driving here from Niagara Falls for the day, but those sound like great options. I heard the food is great. Thank you, sir. Yeah, like, okay. The reasons why I'm telling you things is Kensington Market, I think, is a cool vibe. Plus, you can get some cool food. It's really close to Chinatown as well, so you can go there. If you go to Distillery District, I like the vibe of Distillery area. And then you can also, just within walking distance, go to St. Lawrence Market. You could also go to the islands. In my humble opinion, the islands are a little boring. I've never truly enjoyed going there. I think it's kind of boring, but hey, you know what? To each their own. Yeah, you could also go to Koreatown too, which is really cool. If you don't want to go to the core of downtown, I think Yonge and Eglinton has some cool little shops and food places you can hit up too. Don't like the way this is. There we go. Perfect. Mode keycaps are a blend of ABS and PBT. So they're a little different. The legends are also huge on these too. If you don't like the big legends, you probably won't really care for these. But I really wish there were more ortholinear options on the market. Yes, I agree. There needs to be more ortholinears for sure. I feel like CN Tower is the only thing the city see, but I don't know, maybe because I grew up. Dude, I even kind of feel like the CN Tower is like not worth seeing, but I also have only been there once and kind of said meh. I enjoyed walking around Yonge Street, to be honest. Yeah, you were here too not too long ago. Yonge Street's cool. They did a good job packaging the boat stuff, I agree. I do agree. Okay, actually we're gonna, because this client has a Mac computer, so we're gonna put some of the command things here. Control, Option, Command. And then we're gonna do Option and Function. Or maybe we'll put command here instead, because I feel like function is better served over here. Let's do that. Yeah, this is a white on black set. Bull is the only one who has the prototype Patina bottom, I believe. Yes, me and Bull only ordered literally enough for... we didn't order that many, but we ordered 6 because it was really expensive. I think I was telling you guys the price. But basically, to get the few prototypes that we did, it was quite the amount of moolah. Still need this. Someone here has been possessed by an owl. Does anyone want to entertain in it? Just, there you go. Be totally up to you, man. If you want to move it here, if you don't want to, it's totally up to you. You don't even have to if you want to, but I am grateful no matter what you do, man. Anna is probably laughing his ass off right now, dude. Anna is probably sitting there, like, slapping his knee, saying, got him. Oh, man. Give me a number between 1 and 300. 102. Oh, shit, I should have said longer. I should have said longer. I had a feeling, dude. I had a feeling. Are those obscure keycaps from Mode? Yeah, they are. They're actually, honestly, I have my own set of these. I've never seen this particular box for them, but they're nice. The Mode keycaps are pleasant, especially if you're doing a silent build. Obviously, it doesn't really matter, but Rabius, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 57 months. I really appreciate it, man. Ooh. I think these are worth another pickup. I think I might even have to grab another set of these. These are nice silent tactiles. Not that you guys can hear anything, and that's the point, but they're not mushy feeling is the thing that I like the most. Alex, do you always stream on YouTube? I just recently started again, and I plan on making it a thing for the good majority of stuff. There'll still be a few things I only use Twitch for, but for the most part, it should be on both. But Twitch will be the primary. Like, there might be maybe there's a day where I only want to do like a co-working stream on Twitch, just because I don't feel like managing 2 different streams. But yeah, for the most part, it'll be both. So no stress. If you like YouTube, I'm happy that you guys are on the stream. If you guys haven't, you know, my ask to you is, all I ask is maybe just subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it. But that's it. Hold on, I want to see one thing, because we did ask for something sort of custom on the side. Hold on, let me pull up the chat here. Whew. One of those days. Where is my chat? Here it is. We're so close to 100,000 subs. I'm very blessed. I'm very, very blessed. I see you got a mouse in the signature orange. I did indeed. Oh, they want mic function, volume up, volume down. I think I can kind of pull that off. I don't know if I can pull that off with the keycaps here, though. I think I can. This goes there. This would go here. Maybe we can just put mic. Oh, mic. No, I don't think we can pull it off with the keycaps here. Okay, they're asking for like a custom way this works on the side, but unfortunately the keycaps don't line up to what they want. There's no special profile for all the order that they want it in. I'm still going to put them on, and then I can still program them this way, but I have to see if they want it to be that one, like this way. The Manta Patina is incredible. Thank you! For 100,000, do a raffle for the Patina Manta. Oh gosh. All right. You know, I gotta admit, this looks clean AF with this set. This is pretty clean looking, if I do say so myself. Let's put away some stuff here. A lot of boxes. I think that was one of Mode's goals for the future, was to not use as many boxes, which I'm totally on board with. 100k and Anik gets mod for 2 minutes. I'll give Anik mod for 2 minutes when we hit 100,000. I might even do 3 minutes. Please don't. Damn. Dumb way to die. Damn. Danger. Will Robinson. Damn. A lot of damage can be done in 2 minutes. Anik, no one has faith in you, man. Enjoying the YouTube streams? Dude, I appreciate you being here, man. How do the holes in your mouse feel? You know, I don't really pay attention to them as I use the mouse during the day. I wouldn't say they're prominent at all, no. I feel like they kind of just like blend in with the desk, you know, at this point here, with the feel of the setup. Cool, what do you guys think? Honestly, I'm vibing with this a butt ton over here. I think this looks super, super, super good. We have, oh, actually, that is pretty hot looking over here. Interesting color combo. The one thing that bothers me a smidge is the brass is a bit different color here than here, but honestly, I feel like it's in certain lights only. Nice. All right, I'm very excited to try these switches. Again, this is a silent switch we're using today. The whole point was to make this an office sort of build. But the thing I look for in silent switches is they need to be crisp feeling. They can't be mushy. Ooh, actually, this is like... For a tactile switch, this almost feels like dead quiet. I need to tune the stab up a little bit. I can hear a little bit of ticking. Too loud? Just a little bit of tuning on the stab. I haven't even tried those yet. This is nice. It's like you muted the stream. Like I said, I'm a big fan of silent switches. Ooh, these feel good. Should we do a monkey type? I know you guys love when I do that, even though I type at like 4 words per minute. Should we do one, guys? Let's go to monkey type. Let's just go here. Monkey type. Hopefully everything's working too. This will be a good way to make sure I soldered everything properly. You never know. Share screen. Freaky silent. Definitely not used to it. I'm telling you, dude. Like, I have one board that I regularly use that's a silent, and I freaking love it. So let's make it a bit smaller here because I want you guys to see the board too. All right. So how do we do this again? Just start typing, I guess. Oh boy, I'm used to my HHKB. Mute it. Oh, please. Give this one more go, actually. That was nice. This feels really good to type on. These switches are good. I recommend these. Oh boy. I messed up. Dude, what's up with me today? Anyways, I give up. I feel like the ticking sound, not stab. Oh, I mean, you're going to get a little bit. It's a tactile switch. You're probably going to hear a little bit. Oh, no. Don't do that. No. You're going to hear a little bit of the leaf. So it's bound to happen. Like you're never going to get rid of the leaf sound 100%. Alex, you have to say redo. Okay, fine, redo. How do you redo this? Oh boy. Yeah, no, never that fast, guys. You're getting faster, not bad. Nah, this is as fast as I type. I'm not like Bull. I don't hit 140 words per minute, man. But no, I really think that these switches sound good. You know, if I'm being honest, these are close contenders. Oh, I did not mean to backspace all this. These are close contenders for something I would use. If not, maybe swap to these entirely. Like, okay, I think the best way to describe this is it doesn't have a mushy bottom out. They're quiet enough. I did re-lube these. And then also, I like the stock spring weight on these. These feel good. Like, they're not overly heavy or anything, so... Like, I would love this if I had this in front of me. Just picked up 70 piece of alexotos obscuras? Dude, Nashi, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. I hope you love them. They're one of my favorite switches, so... It's so refreshing to see someone on here that doesn't rip 132. Yeah, I'm really slow at typing. I've never cared to get better. I like building keyboards. I'm not saying I'm a good typist. I just like building them and putting them together. Thoughts on Teja moving on? Teja, if you want my unfiltered thoughts on this, I think it's very clear Teja started to get, like, you can tell in his last YouTube videos that he was getting burnt out. Like you could like physically tell from even his streams. So Gurn, there's no TTS for it. Not yet, anyways. I need to figure out a way to implement both. But thank you so much for the $2, Gurn. But I can read it for you. Is there TTS on YouTube? No, not yet. But you can tell he was getting burnt out, man. Like, you could literally see it in his face. Like, he looked burnt out. Didn't he not? Like, was it just me who thought he looked tired? The thing about keyboard content creation is you have to be social. Like, you have to be social. And if you're not social while you're building the keyboard, it's kind of a boring stream. So with that being said, like, if you're not 100% on, the streams suffer. There are days or I'm not 100% on, and I look back at the stream, and you guys tell me I'm not, but like I look back and I'm like, that wasn't me that day. Just because I wasn't maybe 100%. So it's just one of those things where like I think I could tell he looked tired, and when he made the announcement, I like obviously he was off and on with streaming anyways. It made sense. I didn't expect him to go work for Nobrow. I think that was like a bit of a surprise for even me, but dude, as long as he's happy, that's all I can really hope for anyone, man. As long as they're happy. Happy and not hurting anyone. That's it, including yourself. Would they sound best on my Cycle 7 PC Player Zoom? I would go with the Cycle 7 PC plate. I think that's the better combination for those switches. If you had to pick between one of them, Mode versus Neo 65, what would you pick? I'm always going to be a big fan of the Mode stuff. I like their customer support. I like their product lineup. I like the build experience of the Mode stuff. But if you're talking about the latest Neo stuff, they come damn close to how I feel about some of the Mode stuff. So I'm sad Tehal left before we saw him start posting golf content. Damn. Okay, golf content. Keyboards are thinly veiled just chattings? A little bit. Oh. Alright though, guys. That's pretty much it today. I'm going to be live again tomorrow. My Sunday stream, unfortunately, the Dynacap stuff. I'm sorry. No Dynacap stuff this Sunday. They were going to send it to me this week, and DHL got screwed over, and long story short, we're just going to postpone it again. I know we postpone it like literally every 2 weeks. It's not my fault. I pinky swear. I get asked to postpone it. I'm going to do something else, maybe the Parabolica, and we'll go from there. So, yeah. I know. We'll get to it eventually. I'd rather we wait and get it done correctly and then, do that whole thing, but we'll see. Next, mid-range build bee? You're moving on from the Neo 65? Damn, that's a tough one. I feel like it's so hard to compete with anything now. I think right now, like the Rin, the Lila, what other 60s have come out recently? The Parabolica is pretty decent too. I feel like those are your three boards recently that have come out that I feel like were heavy hitters and weren't too crazy expensive. I think those are great ones to go for. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it as always. I hope everyone had some fun today. I know it was a chill stream. We just did a silent keyboard, but to be honest, I think I'm really, really happy with the switches we chose today. And I think even for me, this was a nice look at some of the switches here. So thank you guys. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Let's go find someone to raid. Here on Twitch anyways. Let's see. Roostery? Do I have Roo? I do. Okay. Perfect. Let's go raid Roo. Cappy. Alright, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow at about the same time. Yeah. Have a good night, guys. Sleep well. Get some good sleep is the most important thing, and hydrate, okay? Have a good one, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye, everyone. Love ya.